All right, like I was talking about, you want to be able to build a great athlete with a great strong core, not just a good thrower. And so what we like to do is we like to do a lot of medicine ball drills. I love medicine ball drills because they're total body movements. They work and stretch every single part of your body, especially focusing on the area from knees to shoulders. Now, you're going to use a little bit lighter medicine ball. We use anywhere from a 3 to a 6 pound ball. Just depending on what it is, and then for one-arm movements. If we are doing two-arm movements, we'll pick up to a heavier ball because we're able to use more force with the body. Elise is going to demonstrate a few of our favorite exercises, and you're going to get them from a couple different angles to be able to help the athlete to know exactly what position to get in. The first exercise we're going to do is called popcorn. Popcorn is a single arm exercise, so we're going to use a little bit lighter ball. What she's going to do is, this is a movement that is really working these smaller muscles from the shoulder. The core and everything is going to be really balanced between your legs. Feet are about shoulder width apart, really easy positions. But we want to remember to be strong here, and then we're going to be stretching back from the shoulder, and the arm stays straight, and she's just going to hit the ball against the wall. You're going to do about 10 to 20 reps, depending on what kind of shape they're in. And then left arm. Notice her elbow is not bending. All of the work is coming from her shoulder, so we're strengthening those core muscles. The next one is called kettle corn. It's just like popcorn, only what we're going to do is we're going to make a sweeping arc. This one's a really challenging one, so you want to use a lighter ball at first. So what she's going to do is she's going to do it just like the popcorn, keeping the elbow straight, but she's going to keep her arm coming down to 3 o'clock, and back up to 12 o'clock, reaching over to 11 o'clock, and then back. We usually do this up and down 2 or 3 times, depending on what kind of shape they're in. Good. Left arm. One thing that's really important to note is Elise's weight and balance. As she's doing the kettle corn, it's going to be really tempting for the athlete to shift their weight over to their left, but you want to keep it very balanced between your legs. So you take it out, always keep that elbow straight. You're going to have to use your abs and your core when it gets down to the 9 o'clock position. Back up to 12, over to 1 to get a little stretch, and good. The next exercise is called the two-hand overhead. It's just like the popcorn, except for you're doing it with 2 hands now. And same thing, you don't want to bend the elbows. You want to do everything from the shoulder. Hips are about the same, feet are balanced, and they're just going to stretch behind their body and really snap it against the wall up there. Good. The next one's called the chest pass. This one's a little bit more of a powerful one, so you're going to want to use a little bit stronger ball. The athlete's going to be really nice and balanced between their legs. Feet are a little bit wider than shoulder, and they're going to really get into a position to just slam that ball against the wall. You're going to keep a really fast, rapid pace at it. She's going to hit it. See how she keeps her core really solid? You don't want to be wobbling back and forth. This is an arm and a shoulder movement to get those tiny muscles really strong. Good. This next one is a favorite of our shot putters because it is a lot more like what we just learned in the ring. This is actually called the shot put throw, although even though the ball's a little bit bigger, you're not going to be able to hold it in the right position. But we do put the ball up by our chin. Feet are about shoulder width apart. We're really going to twist the trunk and fire that ball into the wall. This shot put throw is really great to get your aggression out. You want it to be a really powerful movement, and nobody does this better than Elise Williams. You know you're going to be about 4 to 5 feet away from the wall. You just want to be able to ricochet it back into your hand to get a great rhythm. You want it fast and powerful. Good. Remember, with all of the medicine ball drills, if it's a single arm movement with the right and the left arm equally, regardless if the athlete is right-handed or left-handed. The next one is called the softball throw. Softball throw is great because it's working the rotator cuffs, but it also forces you to keep the core and everything really strong. You're going to face the wall. You're going to be about 3 to 4 feet away, depending on the athlete, depending on the size of the ball. I want to reiterate right now that with this one, you're going to want to use a little bit lighter ball because these are a lot more, I guess you'd say, tender muscles in your rotator cuff. You don't want to overwork the athlete. It's always a great idea with all of these medicine ball exercises to start light and work heavier as the athlete gets in better shape throughout the season. So the softball throw, the softball is going to be cupped in your hand. You're just going to reach back without turning the body, and you're just going to smack it into the wall. Stretch it back and snap it right at the hip, just like they were pitching in softball. Same thing with the left arm. Notice I'm not turning. I'm not turning back. Keep the core real strong and let it come from the shoulder. Pop it from the hip. This last one that we're going to do is one of my favorites. It's called the Sumo. I like it because you get to use a lot of power, but it's a full body movement. So what you're going to do is the athlete's going to be probably 4 to 5 feet away, depending on how powerful they are. They're going to get down into a position that's very much like a volleyball position with a flat, strong back. You don't want them to sink down. They're going to take the ball, feet are a little bit wider than shoulder length, and reach back between your legs, and you're going to slam the ball against the wall. And it's a full body movement. So you reach back, and you slam it. And the athlete's going to do about 10 to 20 reps, depending on what kind of shape they're in.